Honorable Chairman, National Commissioners, gentlemen of the media, I believe the Chairman will entertain a couple of questions as a reward for our long wait. So please indicate by raising your hands and your name, your media, and please short, sharp.
Sir, my name is Abraham Sule from Kaduna. Sir, you said the election has been shifted to March 28th. What in-depth the security situation in the country did not improve? What is the next step the Commission will take?
Can you please speak up?
From the Wall Street Journal. I just want to confirm, you just talked about the fact that it's been extended and you're going to perfect all the issue that relates to PVC collection. My question is based on those Nigerians that have left one place to the other in terms of application of transfer. Will that be taken care of? Will they be able to do it?
Any of this week, please. Okay. Use the mic, please. Put it on.
My name is Chuk Sokucha from This Day Newspapers. Sir, what is the cost implication of this rescheduling? Will you ask the government to give you more money? Will you ask the taxpayers money? And secondly, some organizations like the Southern Nigerian People Organization Association has called you to resign because what is happening in the commission is INEC leadership. They said specifically that Professor Jiga and his election management board has failed. Will you resign, as he said? Secondly, you were accused of bias. They leveled several accusations against you of holding meetings with the Arewa Consultative Forum with a bid to rig the elections in favor of the opposition. Please defend yourself.
Honourable Commissioner, my name is Charles Aniego. I'm from Arise Television in London, and my question is, I've heard a lot of you talked about the fact that you'd consulted widely numerous sort of interest groups, and I just wondered how widely that consultation actually took place, because what I'm hearing is that there are quite a lot of people in the trades unions and a lot of others who are clearly a big constituency in Nigeria, but who are saying that they will make the country ungovernable if you postpone this election. I just wondered what your reaction might be to that.
Answer this before we take another round.
Pass behind you, please.
Sir, please let me answer this so that I don't lose track. Nagarta Radio asks, what if security does not improve? We hope, we pray that security situation will improve. But I have said that we as a commission will do everything possible to conduct elections as the law provides. And the law clearly provides that elections must be held at least 30 days before the 29 May handing over date. And as far as we are concerned, this is something that must be done. And of course, we all have to engage stakeholders and start addressing the question of what if, then what. This is something we have to do with all stakeholders, but there is no way that we as a commission will contemplate not holding election before April 29, which will be at least 30 days before May 29. Now, Wall Street Journal. Can we now allow transfers now that there is this extension? It's practically impossible to do that. We had to certify the register for election, and in many of the states, the register has been produced. And if we now reopen it, again, that is where the costs that somebody asked will come in and where challenges will arise. This is an unusual circumstance that has occurred. And when our interpretation of the legal provision is that when such unusual circumstances occur and you have to postpone election, then you can't go back and start undoing all the things that have been done. So really, regrettably, if some people are hoping that it's a window for them to transfer, I regret to say that from our reading of the law and the practical implication is not possible. This day, is there a cost? As I speak with you, I do not envisage any cost. For example, in fact, as I speak with you, most of our sensitive electoral materials like ballot papers and so on have arrived and are in the vaults, very secure. It's only for us to move them to the field. So frankly, I do not envisage any costs. In my presentation to the National Council of State, I had mentioned that there were other things that we had wished we could do, but which there was no time. For example, we would like to give more hands-on training for our ad hoc staff with regards to the electoral guidelines and also the use of the card reader. We were working under a very tight time frame, but now that there is this period, we should be able to give them more hands-on training, which can add value to the process. But I can assure you that there is no cost implication. For example, if you are thinking that we have produced materials which will go to waste and we have to reproduce them, that is not the case. Now, you said some people have called for my resignation and whether I will resign because of those calls. Obviously, if there are grounds for me to resign, I will willingly resign. But if vested interest for some reason want me to resign when my conscience doesn't tell me that there are sufficient grounds for resigning, I will not resign. You said I've been accused of bias, that I've been meeting with Iowa Consultative Forum, did you say? It's a figment of some people's imagination. I have never met with anybody with a view to designing how one candidate will win and another candidate will lose. I have never done that. I will never do that. Rather than do that, I will resign this job. Those are the grounds and conditions under which I can resign. So if unfortunately in our country, people will sit and conjure all sorts of conspiracy theories. And regrettably, our media just carries it without thorough investigation. And regrettably, that further poisons the political atmosphere and overheats the system. I will urge our media people to do thorough investigation of some of this. If not because of the seriousness of the work that we are doing, if I had free time, I would have gone to court, and asked them to prove it or pay damages for making wild accusations and allegations. So I will not be distracted from those kinds of calls. But if there are legitimate grounds that would make me resign, of course, I am here to do my best for my country. I feel honored that I have this opportunity to do that. The day I can't do it, I'll leave. And the day that somebody says that I have done something wrong which he or she can prove that would warrant my resignation, I will leave. So please let's not belabor that point. Now, Arise TV, you asked how widely is this consultation? We've done our best. Who are the critical stakeholders, political parties? We held meetings at which 26 of the 28 registered political parties attended, and they all voiced their opinions one way or the other. We have meetings with, admittedly, a select group of civil society organizations that are engaged in the electoral process. And they've also made their point of view very clear. We called our resident electoral commissioners, and we had a very long meeting with them, and they all voiced their opinions. And we've done other consultations which are not sitting in meetings, just to ask opinion leaders what they think about this. And I can even mention, we even had consultations with the Director General of the NYSC, from where we get the pool of the ad hoc staff workers that we use. So we've done sufficient consultations to be able to arrive at an informed decision, which we have done. I can take another round of questions.